Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start, and we are underway in downtown Detroit. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right to the air. Here's Goff. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one 1st down.
That's good.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the gun, it's Goff. Right here down the field. His ball incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield. And what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he falls down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Space to run inside the 20. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific play, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Avante Turpin on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid one back there to get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
My dad used to tell me if you come into the house and get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real 0 to 100 real quick. Yeah! Everybody! We're going to 53.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. A big hole inside the 35. And he will score. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Goff to throw on first down. It's caught by the tight end Laporta. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So from the 37, here's second and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings
Goff
up
to
second
throw.
and 8.
That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Lions first down.
On first and 10, here's Goff. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Lions first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and we saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Land on the tackle. Taken down back at the 15.
Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. That helps with a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll swing this out to Montgomery. To the pylon, he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions.
The kicker on for
The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll go again here with Williams. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
No help from those last two runs. It is 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Dak. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your two safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
Here's Gibbs. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So after 1, 13-7 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it. 2nd down and 2. Throwing, Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's in! Isaac Tosma. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
On first down, right back to Williams. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle. It is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On third down, here's Blue. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
It's too long for a field goal. He'll go for it here on fourth down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's taken in, and he will get the first down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And there's Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A give, and here comes Williams. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go. It's Blue.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these fourth and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on fourth down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have moments. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short game.
On second down, it's Dak. That one swung out to Blue. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
9 yards. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Dak gonna give this to Blue. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now the Cowboys are gonna take a timeout as the clock is stopped with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
The 21-yard line.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go. All right, here we go 46. Here we go 47. 26.
Prescott now. That is going to be thrown in. He's got it. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys are back within 6.
Lions 20. Cowboys 14. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This fielded at the 2. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
4 down. We go time. Hey, lift.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Isaac Deslau was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Now, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
It was 154 Lions. It was 154 Lions. Here we go. All right, in. 26.
The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was taken down by Kirby Joseph. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Line it. 26.
A run once more with Blue. And they bring him down to none until he gets the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Cowboys.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, 47.
Back to throw is Prescott. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. To throw is Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Dallas.
This is Blue. And he's into the end zone. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. And this one is no good. He missed the extra point in this tight game. Boy, that could come to be a big factor as this second half rolls along.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He'll start at the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On first down, it's Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
4 yards.
They'll come up here first and 10.
Detroit Lions. First down.
We're good. We're good.
First and 10 at the 45.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta. They give the Lions a first down.
Detroit Lions. First down.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession. Second down and 3.
Here we go. Super. Nice.
Throwing here is gone. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
3 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
That is caught. What a throw. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a hot...
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down. Prescott. That's complete to Blue. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Lions.
Prescott. Quick hitting slant there. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple.
38-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Blue. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. 3rd and 5.
Yeah! Here we go.
Again, it's Blue. First down and more inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. Cowboys have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
Lions 26.
Touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 2. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We're going to 54. Lions. Yeah, there we go. Right there.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Go to 54, Lions.
This will not do the trick. They stuffed him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long. Now Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. It's a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Goff to throw on first down. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
On second down, Goff. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Inside the 40. Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision darted loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 33 yards.
On the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Kill. 26.
And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think about it. They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
We're going to score.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to
He was
play.
taken down at the 22-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half.
And 1.
Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The sound deafening in the dome. It's third down. Raphael, that one is complete. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down to the backfield on third and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Cowboys first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense, to be honest. It was 4th and 3, and they picked up 8.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They were going to 54. Why? They were going to 53. 26.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Here go 46. They were going to 54. Why? 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Moves to second and goal.
Under.
They'll run here. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
4 yards on the
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
There we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Why? 26.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him, cannot bump the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone... was across early. So after the penalty, a break as they now have 1st and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tisslaw. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw is Goff. That's caught by Tisslaw. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Every team practices 2-minute offense, end-of-game situation, and the chunk plays are really the drive starters. So now not only do they get the big completion, they bring up a fresh set of downs. Reminder, they still have 2 timeouts, plenty of time to go down and try to win this game.
Here's 1st down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
We go.
Throwing, Goff. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
17 yards.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to win the game. This kick is good. So it's a win here for the Lions. This one went all the way down to the wire. Late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, they may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.
fact your age. Ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Gonna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little bushes. Run up cash, double back, baby show me what your mama made and made that. Yeah, made up.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Kick, and we're off and running from Ford Field. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing right away here. Goff finds Isaac Tisslaw. Complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
First get on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
17.
From the gun, Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Screen here for Gibbs. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
There he is on 3rd and short. Has a left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
They're going to throw again. Goff. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Incomplete.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
47. Hey, 40.
Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Down the field, he's got Lamb. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A start on the ground with Gibbs. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. This one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Lions, 1st down.
1st down throw from Goff. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Out of the shotgun, gone. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Get 22 out of that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Super 180. Mavericks.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Brings up a 3rd
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. This might be a free play for him. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Penalty moves him closer. It's 3rd and 5 now.
Maverick! Merlin! Turbo!
Throwing again. Here's Goff. That's complete to Sloan. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. He's out of bounds right around the 10. That's enough to make this 1st and goal.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Again, Goff. Oh, there's another one to Williams. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. When you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Working quickly here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Prescott here from the gun. Inside, Ferguson's got it. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Now it's Prescott again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Lions' 11-yard line.
Dak throwing again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Draw play. This is Williams. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Dak now from the gun. And he's going to score a touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys break the tie here in the 1st. George Pickens, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Working quickly here.
Made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Shotgun snap here to go. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing is gone. He beams one deep right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
David, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing again. It's gone. This is brought in by Laporta. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. On first down, it's gone. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. Offense up to the line fast.
17.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Gonna throw again. Gone.
The Cowboys 32
You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive.
Tiger, 180.
They'll air it out on third. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. Gibbs runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Sanders on the shotgun handoff. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Now running here with Jaden Blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As a corner in this league, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick to someone like that.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Taken down by the first-time All-Pro. That was Kirby Joseph. Prescott now on 3rd down. And the defenders there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Hey, 47. We're going to 53. Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
On 4th down, Prescott's a throw. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Gibbs now from the gun. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Gibbs. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
A gain of 9.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And And the Lions take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. He gets a couple on first, and that cut off 2nd and 8. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. The Lions leading here at Ford Field. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Gibbs does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. There's another for him, and he will not be denied a 2nd time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Bates now for the point after. Up the middle, and somebody blocked it.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel like the whole sideline gets deflated, but I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams, and you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is, so making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to within 6. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
We go tonight. Like 20. That was orange. 2 for 1.
From the gun, Goff. Ooh, almost to throw the costume. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Gone. That's complete to Slaw. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Again, Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
12. Average 12.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! More momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's go.
Goff setting to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
And I get it on 1st and goal. A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Gibbs again. And he will not be denied a 2nd time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plunges, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring 1. So to get 4 in 1 contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
The final throw before the break. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
credit. They only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, see the cosmetics. How many years I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we got the plyometric. Ran up by the luxuries up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth you full of deceit.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
46 and 47.
First down, here's Dak. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Throwing again is Dak. And again an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here we go, 46. We're going to 52. Hey, kill. 26.
Here he goes, third and long. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
76, hello. 76, come up.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Goff. He's got it near the 8. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
In the huddle, here's first and goal. Gibbs scores, touchdown Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown, his 5th rushing score in this game alone. And yet again, he's made a trip to the end zone, his 5th on the ground. And now just one more return visit away from tying that NFL single-game record. Goff leading the offense back to the line. They're going for 2.
The Lions will set up.
Keeping it on the ground. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extending their lead. So they stick with the hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
Well, that's a good look on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 23 on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Prescott on 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now gone. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for 2nd down.
2nd and 20 at the 25-yard line.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. That one good for 8. Now they've got 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Exit 3rd and
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 3-possession game.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
49. Cowboys 28.
Get your money up. I put money down.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
2nd down. Here's Prescott again. Ooh, would have been big gainers. They connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Prescott now on 3rd down. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Dallas.
On the zone read, they hand it to Blue. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown.
Okay, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 35.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Kenny Clark in on the
Goes to the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. Call. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along the routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Screen here for Gibbs. Flies past the first, inside the 30. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A 5th rushing score for him as he moves one away from the NFL record. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. The Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Lions 56, Cowboys 35.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Up the middle, Blue. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Prescott here from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
A 56-yard gain on the play.
Offense in the hurry-up here.
Cowboys, first down. It's a gain of 56 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
On the give, it's Blue. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Jaden Blue with the carrier. The stop by Marcus
A
Davenport.
very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Cowboys football as we're just really counting down the moments at this point. This game's gotten out of hand. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun is Prescott. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Yeah! There we go, boy! We're going to 52.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, they dialed up that one at the right time, Brock. Pretty clear the defense was expecting pass, and they couldn't pivot when he got it as a runner instead.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make that mistake again, are they? Now how versatile these wide receivers are in today's game. It's one of the big transitions, Kate, over the last decade. You know, you always used to see Jerry Rice and John Taylor just lined up scoring touchdowns on the perimeter. Not so fast anymore. These wide receivers today so versatile, and he showed off that on that play.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Here we go. By 20. 2 for 66.
Goff on 1st and 10. It's to Laporta again. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches.
Black 20.
Off to the air now. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Yet another grab for Williams. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions so lightly locked up the win right there. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys 42.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Lee gets the handoff. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, but it's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Dak to the air here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Prescott now on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He connects downfield. And he is down at the 30-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 20. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go from the gun with Sanders. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Offensive line fast.
1st and goal, Dallas.
Under.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Yeah! Here we go. Here we go, 40, 47. Hey, kill. Hey, 47. Hey, go 40, 26.
Now Dak to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Yeah! There we go. Kill. Hey, kill. 40, 26.
And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down. All right, so defensively, you've seen 2 throws now, and you turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you'll have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, you better be creative and try to find 6.
Yeah, so a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these old linemen run off the sidelines, the big fellas. They're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir.
Yeah, here we go. Right there, we'll go 47. 26.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 49.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
We're gonna party like it's your birthday. We're gonna sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give it's like your birthday. You're party in the club. Mama, I got what you need. You need to feel it. I'm gonna have it. Thing in the make so come give me a hug.
Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Gibbs. He's got room to roam. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. And Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And they get a touchdown. Defense scores and gives them some small hope here. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cowboys 56. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Sailors now on the return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. They're going to pass it here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
12 yards to go.
Setting up to pass. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever this offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Yeah, here we go. I think. Good.
He gets it. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford. Brock just want to lose his yards. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie this game up.
You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Sailors now on the return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Short pass brought in. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
He'll look to throw it. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Cowboys take over with a chance to win this game.
They'll take over first and 10.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. Now this offense has got a chance to do so.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Here we go, 46.
First down, here's Dan. And really, no, Oh, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Prescott set to pass. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
At the 47.
Must be paying these guys day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back basically to where we were 2 snaps ago, with a whole lot of excitement in between.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Here we go. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 40. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Catch made by Schoonmaker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down. They'll start the drive with Blue. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for loss. We've got second and 11. And 4 seconds remaining. They're going to take a timeout. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you worry about your short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Everything now resting on this try from Brandon Aubrey. From the left hash, this is from 47. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Fields this one at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Working quickly here.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Goff setting the throw. On him quick, and they bring him down.
Jared Goff.
Working quickly here.
By Sam Williams. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Goff now, third and long. Connects on the crosser. He gets loose down the right side. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. So flip the field, folks. It's first and 10 inside of enemy territory now. Goff working from the pistol. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
Loss. Brings up second and 20 at the 45-yard line.
2 for 1. Turbo.
Out of the shotgun. Gone. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take the lead in this game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. On the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Turpin with a return. It's going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now it's his turn in overtime. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Certainly got to pick your shots. When to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
Here we go, 46.
A give to Sanders, running right. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Look at that power. Deep left side. Big gain downfield. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Sanders on the shotgun handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
9 yards to go.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Nice caught, he's got Lamb. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to escape. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Sanders running dead ahead. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Terrion Arnold has it! And the Lions will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Huard, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.